always living in the shadow of the meat, quietly holding everything together. While the meat gets all the attention, no applause, no fame, just bread, doing the hard work behind the scene. If there is the one bread that deserves the title of unsung hero, it's doner bread. Everyone talks about the doner, the meat, the sauce, the vegetable, the irresistible smell, but nobody ever thanks the doner bread. Today I'm here to make this video just to say thank you doner bread for all the love and attention it never gets. First, we mix warm water, room temperature water, yeast and sugar in a large bowl until the sugar is completely dissolved. Then we let the mixture rest for about 5 minutes to allow the yeast to activate fully. This step is very important because activating the yeast helps create a light and fluffy texture in the final result. Once the yeast becomes active and starts to work, we are ready to continue with the next steps of preparing our dough. Mixing the flour and salt evenly at this stage helps distribute the ingredients properly and ensures a more balanced texture and flavor in the final dough. Once the yeast is activated, it's time to add the olive oil and yogurt. Now, we mix everything well until the mixture becomes completely smooth and well combined. The yogurt will help make the dough softer and give it a richer texture, while the olive oil adds a delicate flavor and improves the overall quality of the dough. Once all the ingredients are fully combined, we are ready to gradually add the dry ingredients and continue preparing our dough. We add the flour in 3 stages, mixing well after each addition to make sure the ingredients are evenly incorporated and the dough develops the right texture. Adding the flour gradually helps prevent lumps and allows the dough to come together more smoothly. This method also gives us better control over the consistency and softness of the dough. We continue mixing gently until all the flour is absorbed and the dough reaches the perfect texture. Once the ingredients are almost fully combined, we start kneading the dough by hand. I begin kneading it inside the bowl, and once the dough comes together completely, I transfer it onto the work surface. Then I knead it there for about 10 minutes until it reaches a soft and smooth texture. Kneading the dough helps develop its structure and gives it the elasticity needed for a better final result. At this stage, the dough should feel soft, smooth, and slightly springy without sticking too much to your hands. Taking the time to knead it properly will help create a lighter and more enjoyable texture after baking. One of the most effective ways to knead dough is to stretch it from the far side toward you. Fold it over itself and then push it forward with the heel of your hand. This technique helps develop the gelatin and gives the dough a smooth and elastic texture. With proper kneading, the dough will gain strength and become easier to shape, resulting in a light and airy bread. Now the dough needs some time to rest and ferment. Place it in a greased bowl, cover it and leave it at the room temperature for about 1 hour or until it has doubled in size. This resting time allows the yeast to work and helps develop a lighter and softer texture in a bread. After the dough has rested, gently remove the trapped air by pressing it down. Transfer the dough to the work surface and shape it into a smooth ball. This will make it easier to divide the dough into 6 equal pieces and ensure that each portion has the same size. This step helps redistribute the air bubbles inside the dough and creates a more even texture. Use gentle movements to avoid damaging the structure that has developed during fermentation. Once the dough is shaped into a ball, let it rest for a few minutes if needed so it becomes easier to handle. Dividing the dough into equal portions helps all the pieces bake
evenly and have a similar size and appearance. Now the dough is ready for the next step, where we will shape each piece and prepare it for baking. We let the dough balls rest for about 10 minutes. This short resting period allows the gelatin to relax, making the dough much easier to shape and preventing it from shrinking back during the final shaping. Now, as you can see in the video, we roll out each piece of dough using a rolling pin and place it on a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Make sure the dough is about half to 1 centimeter thick. At this stage, let the dough rest for another 10 minutes before moving on to the next step. We bake the breads at 220 degrees Celsius for about 8 to 12 minutes or until they puff up and the tops turn golden brown.
Now the doner bread is ready.
To keep the bread soft and fresh, cover it with a clean kitchen towel immediately after taking it out of the oven. This helps retain moisture and keeps the bread soft for longer. And there we have it. Our delicious homemade bread is ready. As you can see, the breads are soft, fluffy, and beautifully golden on the outside. I hope you enjoyed making this bread with me and found the tips in this video helpful. If you enjoyed the recipe, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more delicious homemade recipes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy baking!